Listen. Hey everybody, I'm Zach.
I'm Ryan. This is Visceral Highlight Series. What did we just watch?
We just watched Honeydew,
Yes.
and this is a viewer pick by, honestly, one of our top fans, top commenter. Thank you so much.
Schneewitchen.
She-Witchin 9000, baby. I just call you Witchin because I can't pronounce the first part. I'm just going to say Witchin.
It's Schneewitchen 9000.
Schneewitchen?
Schneewitchen.
Schneewitchen.
It's German for
Schneewitchen
Snow White.
9000? Whatever your name's supposed to be, I'm calling you Witchin. I'm going to say you're a witch, not a bitch. But listen. Listen here.
Snow White.
I don't know if you're trolling us.
You.
This movie you sent it. I know we got funny games coming up, and you warned us about funny games. You didn't warn us about Honeydew.
Yeah.
One, what the fuck does Honeydew even mean?
It's crazy.
Nothing to do with the film. Yeah, the name has nothing to do with the film.
Yeah,
I was waiting. Yeah. I was thinking the last scene was gonna pay off.
Please leave in the comments because I am curious. Is there like some undertone?
Are we both retarded?
To what?
Like,
I mean,
why is it called Honeydew?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Doesn't make
like
sense.
There was no reference in any way that I can think of.
Ryan, give me a breakdown really quick, high level. Don't go into the fucking weeds about every detail about the fucking outfits.
Let's go. All right.
Go.
We got a couple. They're siblings. They're a couple. They're going
They're
camping.
not siblings,
I know. Shut up. They're going camping, and as they go camping, they get kicked off private property. They find out their car's broken down. As they're trying to get back to like main ground, they find like a random house. There's this elderly couple there, but you only see one person.
Elderly, creepy lady. Yes.
Yeah, this old lady. Fucking, it's her and her, what we assume is son. We got Gunner. We got the elderly lady's name is Karen. We have the couple Rylie and Sam. We're gonna stay here while we wait for our AAA. It's gonna take 2 to 3 hours.
They didn't even call him. She talked him out of calling him. She said, "You don't need AAA. It's worthless.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Let me call so-and-so."
Yeah, so then they call so-and-so. It's gonna take 2 to 3 hours. And then they wind up staying the night there. Shit escalates. It gets crazier as they're stuck there, and you start finding out that like we got like what some weird cannibalism going on.
Weird cannibalism, crazy,
some trippy like psychedelic thing.
They're fucked up on the toxins of what they're growing.
The grain had
mad cow disease. The grain.
Yeah. The grain had like some sort of psychedelic
properties.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, thing going on with that, and then also it was also infecting like the cattle from eating it. Yeah, and they're eating the grain and they're eating the meat
and they're eating the people
else.
They capture. They're always the person they capture always has a cheek thing because they look. The cheeks are their most sweetest part. They love eating the cheeks. Yeah, they never say it, but they always have a cheek problem.
Yeah.
The person who they capture always have cheeks. 1 cheek, 2 cheek, 3 cheek, red cheek, blue cheek. They all have cheeks.
Cheek, fucking top cheek. It's 4 cheeks on each person.
All the cheeks.
We'll take any cheek you got.
They love the cheeks. All right. So this film is odd. I will say that. So starting off though, because that was an amazing high level. Thank you. One of your best ones you've done. I will say. But I will say like just starting in. Really cool shots. They do fucking crazy camera angles. I was thinking there was going to be some awesome stuff. They only did in the very beginning.
It was in the beginning like a couple times towards the end.
The
middle was a lot of
peppered it at the end.
Yeah.
In the middle it was kind of like just more eeriness to where like you're literally in this house of a lady who's living her life like she's from 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Nothing else changed. Old house, old fridge. Everything's just outdated, and then like old TVs, static,
I did
VHS.
like you were saying though, like in the beginning though, the frames are really cool. How they did certain shots, it was really neat. How they had like splicing going on, it was really cool.
Oh, and we found out one of the names when they were splicing. They were like, "Oh, Sawyer Spielberg."
Yeah.
Spielberg. So like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Turns out to be our buddy. Steven Spielberg's son, who's now is an actor,
who we hated the whole time.
How did he get this gig?
Yeah, I wonder.
My daddy's Steven Spielberg. You better give me a gig.
It was crazy. Yeah. So that was something. Yeah, that was something that in the beginning
his character is wild.
Yeah.
Ryan did mention this, and then ever since he mentioned it, I couldn't not see it, which was so painfully frustrating. But he was just like, dude. These characters interact like they're siblings, the couple. Like, if you take out the sex that they had in the tent, they act just like siblings. The way that they talk to each other, the way they act to each other, their body language, everything is not relationship-esque. It's almost like they're just like goading each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just like, it's very odd.
It was odd.
You can't not see it when you hear that.
I know. I was like, what is happening?
I was like,
here?
it's very odd. But so you got these characters in this creepy ass house with Karen. She's creepy as fuck. She's trying to cook. She's cooking a meat that you find out you don't know, but you guess, is human meat going on.
They kind of like, yeah.
They kind of know it's crazy,
yeah.
right? You find out there's all this craziness going on with the wheat in that area.
Rylie is a botanist.
She's a botanist.
That's what we think is what's bringing them out here. Is like she wants to go like learn more about this plant life, this vegetation, because she's going to get her master's or something. She has something.
She has her master's. She's going to get her doctorate.
Her doctorates, yeah.
Don't you dare dispute fucking Rylie.
Exactly. So she's going out there. She's counting clovers and all this fun shit. Anyways, she's studying this weird disease that's going on. When she's in there, she's even having like a weird conversation with, what's the old
Karen?
name? Yeah, Karen. Yeah, it's just so weird. Her name's Karen too. I don't know.
Fucking Karen, dude.
With Karen, where she's like, "Hey, did you guys get affected by that grain disease out here?"
Oh yeah.
We
we just traded with other people. We're good to go. Don't worry. All this wheat right here is all natural, all good.
We got some vegetated
We're not
weirdo
using
at the
any bad
table.
meat.
Like,
Meanwhile, this guy Gunni over here is missing his cheek. You like your steak medium rare? I'm gonna slap his cheek on there in the fucking skillet. It doesn't matter. All right.
It's crazy.
It's almost just like, you don't want to eat that shit that they're cooking. You don't want to be in there. It's uncomfortable. Everything's uncomfortable. Now, you would normal person would be uncomfortable, be like, all right, I'm staying here until I get out, no big deal. Now, what does our main character, Sam, do? She showers up, no big deal.
Sam is not the main character. That's the dude. Rylie.
Thank you, Ryan.
Anyways.
Thank you. Rylie showers. Don't you cut me off because I messed up the name, you bitch.
Like, I feel like we're rushing some of this stuff. Because, like, even before that, even, like, when they were, like, in their tent.
To where, like, you mentioned, they camping.
Yes.
Eulis comes in on the gate, or like, you're on my private property after they were having sex. They're both naked.
Yes.
Now, who speaks up to, like, when there's a predator or, like, a threat? Oh, does Sam come out and be like, hey, I'm going to be a protector, watch out.
With the pocket knife, by the way.
Yeah, be like, future David Crockett. Does he step up and be like, hey, I'm going to protect my woman?
No,
what does he do?
Rylie jumps in there.
Rylie shushes her man.
She puts her hand over his mouth.
Shush your little baby boy's mouth.
Boom, and then immediately
she
starts
pokes
talking.
her naked little head out. What? Excuse me?
Yeah.
And then she talks him off the guy's ledge, and then like talking to him like, oh, I'm sorry, it's private property. They go back and forth a little bit. She gets the Eulis, they spell his name, and then eventually the only time Sam finally says something is when
his little 2 cents at the
end. It's right at the end when Eulis is like, all right, just make sure you guys clean up by the time after I leave here. And then he's like, yeah, we will.
Yeah.
That is literally, I said, like, that's the equivalent of, like, as someone who's, like, walking away from a fight, someone else being like, yeah, that's right, bitch. Like they already know it's over, and they're just trying to be like, I'm still tough.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, stop, dude.
It was goofy.
You need to be the one to do this. What are you doing?
So we follow them. They go into this house.
Yes.
As soon as they're invited in for dinner. And
Before they go into
too.
the house, I'm sorry. I will not nitpick all the time, but there's one part in the house when they're at a random house, probably 2 or 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Odd hour, right? Are they polite, knocking on the door? No, what does Sam do? Ring, 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 ring,
so
ring.
obnoxious.
Just an asshole move.
And even the girlfriend, sibling, whatever she is, looks at him like, what the fuck, bro? What are you doing?
It's like, dude, he's just checking all the boxes of you just get annoyed by his character.
Yeah. You automatically, you don't like him just because he's an asshole. He's an asshole through and through, and like, he also has something wrong with him. Like, he doesn't understand how much of a piece of shit he is.
Is it social cues? I don't know what it is.
There's an undertone of like, he's just like, got something wrong with him. I don't know. Anyways,
he already has the poison in him.
And then it was like, even when they find like this salvation, when they're like going through the woods because their car is dead, they get in there, and then it's like, as soon as they get in there, I guess like she feels like some sort of like, oh, it's a relief. But the chick is creepy right off the gates. Like, Karen is like smiling at him at the door.
She vibes with Sam for sure.
Yeah. Sam over there, he's got his own little like oddness to him.
We thought he was crazy at first because he was not crazy, but we thought he was dealing with his own mental stuff when he was talking in the bathroom to his hostess things, which you think is a zigzag. You threw a boomerang.
I don't know what
you thought it was zigzag. You threw it, and he's just talking like, "You got this." He keeps saying the same thing over and over again. He's just practicing his lines. He's not struggling.
Yeah, because he's
not going through some shit. He's just doing his lines, which he says. Again, he's joking. He's like, I can't remember lines, just like I can't remember orders. I'm just a shitty actor, shitty waiter. What are you gonna do? But they get into this house, all right.
So we fast forward, they have dinner, they meet. They
meet Karen, if that's what you're talking about.
No, at the dinner table.
They met Gunner, dude. They meet Gunner, the big fat Gunner with his little cheek things. And what's Karen cooking? Some good old cheek fillets. But you meet Gunner, this fat guy who we do see in one cutscene in the beginning. He's a hunter. He's doing something. He goes and investigates something he's not supposed to see. and then it cuts to the movie, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
then you almost forget about him. But like we know that was him in the past. Karen stuck him with a needle, drugged him. Now he's fucked up. He's in this weird bandage. Everyone who gets captured by Karen and Eulis always has this weird bandage around their head, around their cheek. I think because
it's almost like an old timey. Like I think of somebody who had like a tooth problem back in the day. They're like, let's just wrap a bandage around. Like
so
a cartoon-esque
everything's old,
thing.
they have an old timey fridge. Everything's old timey. But I also think like because they are cannibals, they do eat the meat of humans.
Yes.
I do think they love the cheeks the most. Even though they don't cut out much.
That's when they talk about like pigs have like the best. They got the cheeks, the ears, the snout. People really like those
Yeah,
bits. The cheeks are like
the most
cherry
delicacy,
bit,
right?
yeah.
It's just weird though, because like when they do show the scar of it, it's almost
versus
like
the amount of meat they pull from
that's
these
what I'm
cheeks
saying.
are like
it's
crazy.
very like subtle. Like it's like a tiny
like, does
little
my
bit.
cheek have way
like
more-
it would be like a fucking like walnut.
My
size.
cheek got way more meat in it
That's
than it
what I'm
looks
saying.
like. It's
It didn't go all
yeah.
the way through. You just went shallow. Like you're not getting a fillet out of that.
But then they have this big old honking.
yeah, a couple of them too. A couple
Yeah,
of
yeah.
them. Like you know.
I love how it's not just they'll do the face cheeks, they'll do the ass cheeks,
Dude,
the
they're
haunches.
getting his haunches.
They'll
dude.
do everything.
I fucking love the
yes.
haunches. The way
They'll
that
do it
they
all.
said that in this film.
Yeah.
Look at your haunches. But
But like real quick fast forward though, it's like okay, something that's really crazy is like they wind up staying the night there. They like the chick Rylie goes takes a shower.
Jesus Christ.
And
Rylie.
then she gets out. She feels comfortable enough. Which by the way, they're staying in the basement.
They're
which
staying
seems
in
real
Gunner's
dingy.
room. And by the way, you know Karen didn't change the sheets. She's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you can stay in Gunner's room. He'll stay with me tonight.
Yeah.
You know she didn't change the sheets there.
Staying in Gunner's room in a dingy, gross basement.
Yeah.
And
Concrete
she goes,
walls.
Yeah, she takes a shower and then she just leaves a towel on and just stays like that for like the rest of the night. Then
And
her
by the way, I'm
boyfriend-
sorry just to cut you off there with the shower. It's not even like a high powered, like a great shower. It's like a drizzle shower. Like everything's
Yeah.
gross about this area, right?
Yeah.
So like she didn't have a good shower, so she's in the dirty towel. Go ahead.
Her boyfriend takes a shower. He freaking spanks it in there too.
Because
and then-
those concrete walls really do it for him.
Yeah, there's something about it. And then like he goes upstairs. He also sneaks food because he's on like a very strict diet. By the way, we didn't mention that during
Was he
dinner.
gluten free,
Yeah.
high fructose corn syrup free, meat free, cholesterol free, everything free? What can you eat, bro?
Yeah, he
What
can't,
do
he
you
can't
eat?
eat nothing. He sneaks some food. Go on from there.
Is that why he
Shit
has the,
escalates
is that
and
why he
gets
has the
crazy.
rotten hostess thing? Because he can't eat
That's
it?
why I think it is. I think maybe there's partial with the lines, but I think he's also using that because he's looking at it because he wants to eat it, but he can't,
Whoa.
which is crazy.
Okay,
yeah, and that's why
okay.
it's all fucked up
It
looking.
just looks so weird.
He's been keeping it for so long. It's
years.
all, like,
That'd be years.
disheveled.
That'd be years, dude.
I mean, if you're like meshing it up, and
Years,
munching,
dude.
like, doing weird
Years.
shit.
I was picturing a Twinkie, so I'm thinking years for it to be that color.
Centuries. But yeah, so anyway, so the whole thing is this couple gets locked into this creepy old person's house, and then it escalates from there. You find out towards the end that like they're cannibals. They have some weird ritualistic stuff. They've also gone a little cuckoo because there was something wrong with the grain where it's like got hallucinogenic vibes going, and there's also something that happened with like the cattle there too. They got infected with like a mad cow disease
I think
type of deal.
it's all the same thing. I think that grain
So,
gets into the
and
meat,
they were known for
fucks
their
you up.
meat in that area, for having a bunch of this meat, but it all
Yeah.
went bad. So like the grain is where they get all their shit from too. She's making homemade cupcakes and all this other crap. It's all straight, and then she's cooking baking bread.
And that's why the botanist, I think, is there. She's studying
the
this
botanist
stuff.
wants to study this stuff as well, and that's why they're going
She
camping
should be
out
more
there.
cautious, though.
You would think, yeah, because it's in a rural, like weird back
And
of
she
the
even
woods
asked her, like,
area.
hey, this was a hot spot. This was how did it affect you?
Yeah.
And she was just like, oh, yeah, you know, we dealt with it. You know, we traded with different people. No worries. Meanwhile, she's got like a 18-gallon jug of flour. Like, yeah, I'm sure that's all fresh, not years worth of old shit. And
Yes.
also, all the meat, I'm sure she traded. She didn't just use regular livestock.
Exactly. So you find out that they're crazy, and then they want to keep these people. They want to keep them brain dead, and they also want to impregnate their daughter, who you find out is like
Why did they keep her in a box?
just stubs. Dude, I don't know. I guess she was like some sort of oracle before or something.
I don't understand that. Why would
But
they
then I
think she was
thought the
an oracle?
redhead was that in the very beginning. I don't
I
know.
thought- I
think
thought that was the same person.
I thought the redhead was maybe different. I think she passed away, but she was the one on the voice recordings. Then they like recorded over her tapes with like Christmas music for some reason.
I think the redhead in the beginning was the same person in my
Do you
mind.
think the redhead died during? I was gonna say died during the time when all this stuff was really flaring up, maybe. And then they got the fat guy during the funeral.
Who is the redhead in the box then that looks like
Maybe
the
they
daughter?
had two daughters in the beginning.
I think the original
Is
redhead
the-
is the one who has missing limbs. I think they went crazy.
Maybe.
And they just started eating her. That's what I think happened.
Do you think they made like a fake funeral so people thought she was
Yeah,
dead?
yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll go with that. I like that.
I think
yeah.
everything was fake or everyone involved was fucked up too.
Yeah,
That's
so
all. The only thing I can think
you
of.
have a small town full of a bunch of small town
Mad
folk,
cow, crazy folks.
mad cow, crazy folk, and they have religious stuff peppered in there, and they're also fucked up on whatever this disease is through the food. They're all poisoned by
Honeydew.
it.
That's how it
Boom.
ends. Yeah, no.
My biggest thing though is I'm so curious what the fuck honeydew has to do with any of this.
I'm gonna look it up immediately afterward. I don't understand. I was waiting, like, so these people, when they're brain dead, like Ryan was saying, when they have the old school bandage, they're constantly eating lemons. Like, that's a telltale sign of they're captured. Gunner's constantly eating lemons and sugar. He's lemons and sugar, right?
milk.
Now, eventually, Rylie and Sam become that, and they're also eating lemons and lemons and lemons. So, like,
and she takes Sam and she winds up having him have sex with her
because
little,
she wants
like,
grandkids.
nubby
Yeah. Which I don't know why, because you're just gonna
kid.
keep her in a box, you crazy bitch. But it's nuts.
I
But
wonder if it's like a cattle thing, or if like it's like a part of like their old fragmented like sane memory of like we gotta have grandbabies.
yeah, maybe.
And it's just like
You're
twisted
probably
into
right.
their
That
weird,
makes more sense.
delusional.
I just wish instead of eating lemons, they were eating honeydew, and it'd make more sense because I don't know the honeydew connection.
That's
yet.
what I'm saying. Unless honeydew is like there's some sort of
There's
weird
gotta be.
meaning
There's gotta be some.
where, like,
there's gotta be some like term that honeydew means.
yeah,
something.
where they're like ancient philosophers believe honeydew means blah blah blah
Well, like
blah. Like I can see there being like something like that, but I just don't know what it is.
I don't know.
Yes.
I have no idea. But like,
If
I
you
would.
guys know, please tell us.
Witchin, tell me. Witchin, tell me
us,
what
tell
does
us.
honeydew mean? Why
Yes.
did it call? Why was it called honeydew?
Yeah.
Why?
What is it?
Why?
Where's the honeydew?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I
Is
don't
it,
either.
We
I'm
don't
very
know. At
confused.
first, we're like, oh, it's a honeydew list. But like, we watched the movie, we're like, no, it's not that at all.
Yeah.
What is this? What are we doing?
So if you know, please tell us.
So the movie escalates to where Sam and Rylie are back to back on a telephone pole that's been chopped off, so they're only a couple feet off the ground.
they're taped up to like the shoulders.
Barely taped.
Yeah.
Like the tape is here where they have like all use of their elbows and their arms, and they can just wiggle out of that. But whatever. They're gas masked up.
My thing is, I guess even if they got the tape off, there's still like there's a pole between them. I guess their elbows are they're butted against poles. Never mind, you're good. I thought their hands were on opposite sides of the pole.
No.
Yeah, it's just literally butted up against directly to the pole. So it's crazy. Yeah.
So it's silly, but the thing is, they don't even try to escape. But like you said, they're gassed up, they're drugged. But like, and you even mentioned, you're like, how is this old school person who has like an old school fridge, old school this, doesn't do this, has all these like sophisticated gas masks, sophisticated needles and drugs, and fucking know how to do the oxygen the right way.
The only reason why I thought maybe was like it looked like a giant needle, almost for like cattle or something. Maybe they use this like weird needle to like do something with them, but they have some of that, and then maybe the old school like oxygen tank had to do with like an old relative. But it's still weird that they have like a
I feel
gas
like
at all.
pumping oxygen wouldn't fuck you up that much, would it? Would it make you stop struggling?
Well, I don't think maybe it's bad oxygen or something else. Like I think if it goes bad, it could be like CO2 or something weird. Like either way, it's something that's not good for you because they're all loopy. My thing though too was she also had one of those old cattle prods or whatever the hell that is, like No Country,
a fucking bolt killer,
yeah,
or a bolt gun,
like No Country for Old Men, where it's just like doof, doof, yeah.
Yeah, so that's how she killed Gunner finally.
Yes.
At the end.
They were about to take Sam and do the old like.
Oh my god!
The,
so they had this big fucking lobotomy thing up to his eye and a hammer, old Eulis, E-U-L-I-S.
Yeah.
Up to his eye, and then they hear whoop whoop, and like instead of going dink, he just goes whoop whoop. Oh shit! Saved by the Bell. I guess I better stop. There's cops. Oh shit! The cops.
Oh no, it's the cops!
You know,
yes.
like, and they fucking just stop, and then the cops don't raid the place. Like, we never even see the cops, which is.
I know they're not
What?
very good at their job.
So
should we?
I can't believe this character Sam, who is such incompetent. He can't even speak up in the tent. He can't do shit. He doesn't understand social cues. He's like, oh my god, my phone's dead. We must have a flat tire. Like, he says stupid stuff that doesn't make sense, right? So you add all this up. He's very wonky. He's very weird, which is okay, but it's just like ugh. And then he has like 5% battery life, and he decides to call the cops, which is like a smart thing to do for a normal person, not Sam. And then he's like, we're actually probably at the corner of this street and this street,
yeah.
and then northwest here, coordinates, but about like, you don't know where the fuck you are, dude. You were walking aimlessly from camping aimlessly because you didn't even know it was personal property. That pissed me off.
That he knew the street
It pissed me off that
names
he knew
exactly,
the street
lining
names.
up, yeah.
That pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was dumb. Go ahead.
I agree.
I just can't get over that.
Okay, so now if we're doing like the actual real deal, that was like the short version.
You sure about
I don't know,
that?
we go into it. things I like. I don't know. Are we talking about what we liked, or were we talking
What
about
do
the
you
actual
like?
movie?
What do you hate? What stuck out for you? What
I
didn't?
really liked the camera angles in the beginning when it first started off. We both talked about it in the beginning,
Those
and
shots
in
are
the
very
end,
fun. Those
they
shots
do
are
like
very
these
fun.
cool shots where it's like
That's what made me. That's what made
the
it highlight
screen.
Spielberg, by the way. But yeah,
exactly just them driving. They had really cool shots right in the beginning where like
They only had one more, and it was when they were at the telephone pole at the end, where it did a split screen again, to where like you see the face of the chick, you see the face of the guy, and on the guy's screen you see the back of the head of the chick that you're seeing the front of. So that was the only other cool one. But like going into it, you thought you were gonna see a bunch.
you know what I just thought of?
Yeah.
Remember how this is like way towards the end?
You're all good.
Whenever Sam is running and they're trying to go for the knife and they're both walking like old people because he's fucked up on drugs, she's an old person.
He is
had that
feeble.
wound in his stomach. It was from the cattle prod thing. It was from the.
He get cataprod?
That had to have been what it was.
Is that what she stuck? I thought she stuck him in the ass.
No, because like remember how it showed him and like she lifted up his shirt and it was bleeding. She's like,
remember
oh my
that part.
God. She had that in her hand. That's what she got fucking Gunner with later. That would make sense why there was a big hole there bleeding because she probably stabbed him with it because she couldn't get to the knife in time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It was one of
I
those
didn't
done
catch that.
without showing
I didn't
things.
catch that. I didn't catch that. Okay.
Because we were both like, what the hell? Where'd they even come from?
I was not sure where that was because I
I
feel
imagine
like,
that's what it was because that was in her hand.
and that's what she was holding him, and she was like, "Don't move, Gunner."
Yeah.
And we were like, "What the hell is
Right
that?"
before it, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay. That makes sense.
But anyway, so there was that weird situation with the kid on the bike, who I guess is a part of this too. I wonder if that's like an estranged child or just like a part of the small town. They're all just
He's
family
just the
out
cleanup
there.
crew, dude. He gets rid of the cars and
Got
bodies.
a cool little pocket knife out of his souvenir. He
Hell
gets rid of the
yeah,
hubcaps, dude.
Honestly, that looks like, who was that actress from Umbrella Academy? It looks Billy
Elliot.
Billy Elliot?
Something
No,
Elliot.
Elliot,
Something.
Elliot, Billy Eilish, Billy something.
Yeah. It looked similar to her as him now.
Like it looks like that actress from the thing. That you were showing me.
as the dude now. Yeah,
Yes,
as she
yes,
is now.
yes.
Yeah,
It's very
exactly.
similar. Very
Yeah,
similar.
same.
However, it's a dude,
His
but like
last name.
it's a
Yeah.
comically small bike where he randomly stops his car, because he's out of service, maybe a flat tire, and then there's a person on a big ass bike, on a kid bike, a big ass person on a tiny ass bike, and he's like, that's weird. Just it's weird.
That was a
sauce.
weird
Very
whole
weird.
encounter.
A lot. That's kind of encapsulates the movie. There's a lot of weird interactions where you're kind of like, what? And then you move on to the next scene. You're kind of like, you're entranced by this scene, so you kind of forget about that whole what, and then you have a new what, and then you go to the next. Wait, what? And
one
so
of the things
you
that
kinda
upset
hop
me
to the
was
next
that
one.
like I get that there's a lot of they use drugs to sedate people. They use food to sedate people through like weird hallucinations with like the grain from the cupcakes and whatnot. I was just really upset that like no one can overpower this grandma and also this
An 80-year-old old feeble
Ulysses
woman
guy who's like just as like
Dude,
fragile
he's about
looking.
70 pounds wet.
He looks like Augusta Wing could just get rid of him. Yeah,
he looks like tiny.
So there's these two people that nobody can overpower, even if they are in a stupor from drugs or from like sedatives.
Gunner
I feel like you
could fall
still-
on either one and break their hips,
yeah, just
dude.
lay on
he
them
could
and they're
actually
dead.
fall
Yeah,
and hurt them.
exactly.
For real.
Yes.
Yes, and if Gunner fell on them, they would be fucked. So, because
Yeah.
he is heavy, they're tiny.
Roll credits.
Yeah, dude. Like, they're like...
And then he'd come to eventually, I imagine, maybe,
Yeah,
or maybe he's already fucked
his
up.
metabolism should get rid of those drugs quick eventually, I would think. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. I don't know if they're still sedating him daily.
They would have to. They have to.
Or if they like...
They're feeding him constantly.
Or if they did the hammer of the eye to fuck him up. Because didn't his eye bleed at one point?
But everyone's eye bleed when they had so much emotional distress, right?
No, everyone's eye bleed after the fact that they probably... I think they got hammered.
No, you're
so
right.
I think they
No,
all
no,
got
no,
the
you're right,
lobotomy
you're right. They got the
eventually.
lobotomy. No, you're right.
So he was
you're right.
lobotomized already.
You're right.
He probably
you're
would have
right.
been cooked regardless, but he could at least laid on him.
You're right. You're right. No, actually, it's a very good call. So how do they still have an eyeball? That thing was fucking huge, dude.
I guess it goes past it. I don't know.
It's fucking dumb.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had that whole, what would you rather?
Dude, I don't want
No,
that.
no,
I don't
no.
want that.
I agree.
I don't want that
fucked
anywhere
up.
else. I don't want that anywhere, dude. Get that away from me. But that's essentially the movie. It kind of ends on a weird note to where they bring this box casket out, and it turns out to be the redhead chick with no arms or legs. She's just a torso and above the knee and like above the elbow, and just kind of like they're force feeding her, and she's still just like Gunner, like, well, I don't want to eat that. I don't know how they're getting these people to eat because they force fed every fucking bite. I don't know how they're staying.
Yeah, they were way more bulked up than...
That's what I'm saying. They have like a lot more mass than them. Than
Maybe
people
they're feeding him more butter than you expect, because like she's put on like a whole cube of butter on his plate. Just force feeding butter. I don't know.
Maybe, right.
It goes down quick.
I think that was just a slip up, but you're right. Maybe they're just
also,
feed them
you're
lard.
right. You're right though too, because when you see Rylie when she's at the dinner table after being lobotomized, she is so much bigger than when she started. Overall, the movie was just weird. It was like you have this rural area, old folks running the show. they're already cuckoo because of the food that's poison, and then they're just doing things in a weird way. I just don't understand how they're able to overpower people.
It's silly.
She also has like this like weird like almost like she's conserving her energy for one boom, like when she like stabs him in the ass,
Yeah, she
or
jumped,
like when she got
jumped.
like probably Gunner, whoever his real name is, in the ass, like or
I
whatever.
like
she
how
got
they call him
him.
Gunner, dude.
Yeah.
So
Goonie.
I know, dude. Goonie. Oh my God. So I'm ready to get my number with this one. But I mean, overall, I mean, I think that's
No, first tell me what you liked, what you hated, and then I'll tell you what I liked and I hated.
Okay.
Before we do that, the number.
a lot of things that I didn't like was there was a lot of things that were just like. Now I am a big fan of things that leave some questions unanswered to make you wonder.
Yeah.
But whenever they do it too much to where it's almost you get lost in the weeds, that's when I don't like it. To where they do it on purpose. Whenever they do it on purpose, to where like I'm gonna leave a bunch of things too much to make you chaotic. That's where I'm kind of like, that's kind of a cop out. You're not doing it creatively to where like, all right. So this one like. She had a weird record in the beginning that meant nothing. To where like, oh, I don't know where this is gonna correlate with. Well, maybe it could be with this. You know,
Just accent the craziness, I think.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But did not make sense. But yeah, you can blanket it to be accent craziness, right? There's a lot of those things where you can blanket it to be like, oh, it's just a creepy vibe, or oh, that they did this because this, oh, that because of that. But like when you get too many of those, it gets to me like you're making it just for the sake of crazy, to where it doesn't cohesively make sense.
Yeah.
So there was that. Like there was some eerie shots. I did like, you know, some of the sound effects on it was fun. Some of the quietness and
The music when they first saw that first bear trap, where it was like, or
like even when Gunnar was first getting captured, we thought he was here and someone sharpened knives, but it was just the side.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
So that stuff was kind of cool. I did appreciate that. I appreciated even like the eeriness of like the old lady with the smiles and the deadpan pauses, to where it was just creepy.
The tone of the house itself,
that stuff
being
was really
very
good.
old. It was like time capsule of like a creepy, and it was time capsule to the extent that it wasn't preserved. It was like it was
outdated.
It was still aged. Yes.
Yeah, they did a really good job at doing that. So I love that. But I didn't like I said, I didn't feel like it was a cohesive story to where it made sense logically.
Yeah, it was like we took a cake or some cookies out of the oven, and it was like over
so
halfway.
If I'm just
done.
like it was, interesting to watch, right? It was like it was creepy for sure. It was creepy, but like I had so many questions, like you said, like how are these old people getting? How are they can't keep getting away with this, right? They're not gonna be able to do this, right? And then also like why are they keeping the redhead daughter trapped in the box? You don't know. Why are they doing this? Why are they, like there's so many things where you can we can ponder, we can guess, and like sometimes that's cool, but this one I didn't feel like there was enough payoff to like, usually to me, you have a core storyline with good payoff, and then you get to like extrapolate the fun, like I'm gonna guess here, I'm gonna guess there, and it's fun, right? This one, it was just like here, and you're just in this weird, it's almost like you're in this fucking weird environment, crazy house, and just chaos is going to ensue, and that's it.
All right, save your number. Here's my high and low real quick. So, I like the camera angles in the beginning. We both agree on that. I like the overall idea of a story where like you go into like some backwoods area, and you're kind of like trapped, you're stuck there. But the way they delivered it, I didn't really care for that, in the sense that like I said earlier, it kind of reminded me of like a B version of like the Hills Have Eyes type of family, where you got like these weird people that have like some weird shit going on. Not like quite inbred looking, but like there's just a weird tone
Creepiness
happening. Yeah. I think what they could have done to improve this is have a strong arm. They should have someone who was dumb that was a strong arm. Like even if they made Gunni.
Yeah, one of their adopted sons.
Yeah.
Muscle.
Yeah, even the kid on the bike. But everyone kind of looks very withered. They don't look like they're eating enough to be properly like able to fucking like strong arm anybody, like listening to them in any way.
Yeah.
And I get like the whole use the drugs to like get people stuck. But
the thing is, the main characters are adults. Like if you're gonna do this to where there are no strong arms, make their characters kids. Like in that movie to where the two kids meet their grandparents when they're not their grandparents, right? Like that one's one thing where it's like, okay, they're old and creepy, but like you have this authoritarian division, right? When you're adults, it's not, you don't have that thing. It's just like
you're like, I can push you.
I can do something. I could sneeze on you and you would be like frail. It's something a little bit off.
So I didn't like how they delivered the sense of like, okay, we're gonna keep people trapped here. I did like the vibe of it in the sense of like cannibalism. That was cool.
Yeah, very
I
cool.
like the idea of like there's like some weird grain or some disease that's like fucking with people's heads, make them go a little cuckoo. That was an awesome idea. I think the delivery was just a little off the mark. I think it was like cool idea, not the best delivery. I don't know. The characters, I freaking hated Sam's character through and through. Like from the beginning,
He was fun to hate though.
I know he was fun to hate, but like if you play back, like I did not like his character build because I was like, this guy just seems pompous. He seems like there's nothing behind, there's no weight behind any reason why he has this attitude.
His name should be Sawyer in the film.
I don't know if like maybe he was like possibly suffering from the grain disease prior. They talked about he went to the doctor and had like too much freaking cholesterol or some shit, but like. There was too much like mother hen, mother bird thing going on too with the sister girlfriend, whatever, like caring so much about his diet as well. And I get that she's a botanist or whatever. She's in all the plants and she knows about like all the healthy stuff. But like regardless, it was just weird. I feel like they kind of missed the mark for me. I don't know. Overall, ugh. But you give your score, I'll give my score.
So I'm giving this one a 3 overall just because, like I said, it was a fun creep factor. Really cool setting, a lot of stuff like that. I just didn't like a lot of how the story, like what was tethering the story together, was just so unbelievable for me, which was giving me ugh. And then like on top of that, then they bring out their old child, then they bring out this, and then like all this other stuff happens where I'm like, I just.
There's cops there. We never even saw the interaction with the cop.
never
How'd
did
they get him to
anything.
leave the property?
Dude, they
What'd they say to him to get him to leave? Is the cop in on it? I don't know.
You don't even know. You hear a whoop whoop. They don't hit him in the eye then, but they hit him in the eye in a different scene.
And they were loud yelling a second ago, then they simmer, and then they're loud yelling again whenever she's yelling at Gunni.
A lot of holes.
Gunni.
A lot of holes.
Yeah,
I will say
so,
that.
I don't know,
But again, that's why I gave it a 3. It was unique. I will say it's a unique watch.
Very unique, yes.
I don't understand the honeydew thing. I'm gonna try to figure out what that means.
Yeah,
I'm stupid.
maybe it's like,
I don't
is
know.
it like honeydew trap? Is that a thing? I feel like honeydew trap. I feel like I've heard that.
The honeypot trap.
Is it called a honeypot trap? I don't know.
It's 100% called a honeypot trap for sure.
All right, I don't know, dude. It's crazy. Yeah, so my overall grade, I'm gonna give it like a 4. I think just because I like the idea of it. I thought there could have been something more, but with what I was given, it was just. I don't know. It was wild. So overall, 3.5.
Generous, dude. You have this up there with overall 3.5.
We don't go what I have.
3.5. No, you're right. But overall though, thank you, Witchin.
Thank
are
you
again.
so
You're
much,
our number one
yes.
person. You're the most active. You comment on everything.
We
You're giving
appreciate
us suggestions out the wazoo. I'm excited about funny games. That's gonna be awesome. We're
Yes,
gonna
I am too.
back-to-back feature.
Double feature. Yes.
Doesn't matter. Even if we didn't care for this one. We still love the suggestion. Thank you so
love it.
much.
Thank you
It's
so
awesome.
much.
Keep watching. Keep commenting.
Yes.
Let us know if we're retarded and we don't understand what honeydew means, or if we missed a whole
Please,
plot hole.
if you know it, I feel like you would know it too. So please tell us what that means, because I would love to know. I'm so curious. Like, it's killing me.
I don't know. Everyone else though, let us know what movie do you want us to watch. Give us a like. Give us a sub. We drop a movie every week. If not. So we pick movies every week. Essentially, if we don't have a viewer pick, we switch off. We do viewer picks, and then we do a skull poll where we have just random movies in the skull here. We pull them out. Me and Ryan both have not seen these ones.
Yes.
We just go on horror boards, horror movies.
Do it blind.
We don't read descriptions. We just pick titles, throw them in there. We get some bangers.
As soon as the credit rolls,
we get some duds.
We start telling you what we think.
100%, yeah, absolutely. So, but we switch off between viewer picks and those. So let us know what you want us to watch, and
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, all right. You want to do a heads off?
Yes. Be
top us off.
kind,
Get out of here.
rewind.
And we'll see you next time.
Nice. Oh, man. It's a Sony. That's good. That's a Trinitron. Fuck, I hate myself. God
Right.
damn it.
How much is that worth, Brian?
That one, not the best. Not that it matters. Because I don't care about numbers.
Oh, dude, you're catching yourself.
Especially that piece of shit. Look at the view on that.
I shouldn't have given you something.
Darker magic. God, dude. This is the
Whoa.
psychedelic phase. This is the psychedelic phase of the fucking grains. That's what the girl or him, one of them, just fucking had that.
He did.
I think it was
I
like,
think it was him.
the girl was waking up too, though.
Gave you grief for it because you'd be going off the fucking hinges talking about Sony Megatrons, dude.
Are you trying to fucking bait me?
I'm trying to
right now,
bait you,
piece of
dude.
shit?
I
hate
said
you so
Megatron.
much.
I was waiting for
I
you to
hate
be like,
you.
it's
Good
not
luck.
I swear to God, dude.
did the fucking
No,
title.
I swear.
No!
No!
What
Whoa!
does that mean?
Whoa! 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 Whoa!